Just did like a 2-part Highdeology today, I guess. I only got to do like 10 minutes, 15 minutes at TJ's. So I'll do, I'll do the rest here as the sun goes down in Georgia. Hello, hello, hello. Howdy, howdy. What's the way you feel tonight? I guess I'm happy that it's kind of the weekend. I got some work to do this weekend, but not like an overwhelming amount, and it's gonna be nice. It's been kind of a busy week. We had a lot of patron content that needed to be done, scheduled out across the week, in addition to the normal days that we film. So it's been a busy week. Bet you thought it was Monday earlier. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, so it's kind of exciting to kind of be in the mode where you think it's Monday and then learn it's Friday. And you've got a couple of days to chill a little bit. Lord Titwillow? Jesus. What are you doing this weekend? I've got to shoot like an explanation video for patrons for the new website archive. I've got to do a private Highdeology for patrons as well. I'm kind of thinking about some options for that. A little bit of writing, a little bit of research for upcoming shows, social media outreach and stuff like that. Other than that, kicking the feet up, watching a movie or two, eating some pizza. What happened earlier? The show. What do you mean what happened earlier? What show? Yeah. Will the private Highdeology have patrons on it? Yeah, of course. Yeah, it'll be a patrons Highdeology. I'm thinking of some different things that I could do for it. I'm not exactly sure which one I'm going to do. I might just do a normal Highdeology and hang out and field questions and talk shit for a while. I might do like we've done in the past where we play like Quiplash or whatever. Or I just got that new game that came out, the From Software game that everybody's in love with right now, Sekiro. Salt only salts once. And I've played about 10 or 15 minutes of that, and I can tell you right now that it's going to be a salt mine for me. So I was thinking about maybe throwing that on and playing the first couple hours of Sekiro. Or trying to, at least. Because, yeah, I played a little bit of it last night, and it is definitely a hard game. Not an easy game. I guess that's to be expected from a From Software title, though. This is the Soulsborne people. So, a long time ago, you said you would get a case of Newcastle and chill and drink with us. Maybe you should do that. Oh, yeah, I could do that, huh? Yeah, we could do like a drunk... I do seem to vaguely remember saying that sounded like a good idea, and when you brought it up right now, it actually did sound like a pretty good idea. Yeah, just get like a 12-pack of Newcastle and chill out here. Put them on ice. What's your favorite Rockstar game? I mean, it's obviously going to be, well, I don't know. It's really tough for me. Maybe the first Red Dead, maybe GTA Vice City. It's really hard for me to pick between those two. I never played Bully. No. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people like Bully. I've seen a few people play some of it. It's an interesting concept, right? Kind of the GTA model, but in school, in high school, I guess. I don't know. Could give wedgies and touch girls' butts. Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be a high school simulator if you couldn't do those two things, you know? Don't cry. Do I look like I'm about to spout into tears? I think it would suck GTA as a kid, but it's one of the best Rockstar. Oh yeah, dude, the original GTA. I can't tell you how many hours I spent just with friends. And here's what we'd do: we weren't even playing the game anymore. We like made our own little sub game out of it, which was like we'd play a life, right? And if it was my life, the idea was to like get to 5 stars and live as long as possible and do as much damage as possible, right? And have the coolest like time getting, and like we would just do that for hours in GTA 3. Or if you're talking about the first GTA, like the top down, I played a little bit of that, but I don't really think it resembles the original GTA or GTA 3 all that much. You ever have to deal with enjoy content for people you admire knowing they probably hate you IRL? E.g., I love Bill Hicks and I write adverts for a living. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that Bill Hicks would have immediately hated you. See, that's the thing, is like Bill Hicks used that fourth wall of his like being on stage as a way to filter those kind of deep, dark thoughts that he had about the general populace, and used it as an outlet and event. I don't think that I'm pretty sure that Bill Hicks probably knew some advertising people in his personal life that he didn't hate. So what would it take to get you on stage for a set? I mean, I've done a couple of quote unquote short sets, tight fives, in front of people, I guess. There's really not much to distinguish one of my story times with Paul that I've done in front of the crowds of people that we've been in front of as like a quick little stand-up set. One guy, microphone, telling funny story, crowd laughs. It's pretty much the same. Sucks Pimp Monk never did his stand-up at the meetup. Yeah. Well, I mean, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready, so. GTA 5 may be the best game ever made. I don't know about that. Tell the Halloween Mansion story. No. Paul, who's the best stand-up comic? Nobody. There's nobody alive right now that can credibly claim that title. Not enough good people around. Paul could be a very successful stand-up guy, but fame would ruin him. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it would. Maybe it would ruin me for you, but I think fame would absolutely fix me for me, That's all I need, I don't think it's asking for much. Fame, recognition, wads of money, and armies of sycophants to tell me I'm right all the time. It's not a huge thing to ask. It's the biggest misconception about depression or anxiety. I don't know, dude. I don't know. My grandma is a sad, lonely lady, and I feel bad. Dinor, don't come out here. Don't come out here if all you're gonna do is whine. Don't even bother.
Come on, stay in here. Dinor, inside. Come on.
Sheesh. He'll be sitting in front of that door in 5 seconds, whining to come back out. You guys know that though. You guys know the drill. Demonetized? Why? Because there was music. Oh yeah, probably because there was music, huh? She's in there rocking out. Mm-hmm. 300-second timeout for Dynor, yeah. For whining. Just explain that science doesn't actually provide facts, just best explanations to my friend. Did it blow your friend's mind? Or was he receptive to the idea? What has Dynor done that pissed you off the most? There have been multiple times where Dynor has been whimpering like he needs to go to the bathroom, so I take him down. Maybe not here, but when he was a puppy for sure. So take him down, walk him around outside. He'll pee but not poop. And then, you know, you're down there for like half an hour trying to get him to poop, and you finally give up. You're like, okay, well, if he needed to poop, he would have pooped by now. And then you take him back upstairs, and 5 minutes later, there's a big, giant, sloppy dog shit in the middle of the house, you know? Like, that definitely happened more times than it rightfully should have when he was a pup. What's the latest term you're willing to see for an abortion, if any? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it should be up to lay people who have no understanding of the medical procedure to make that determination. I think that determination should be made by the doctor and the woman, and it should be made with a lot of information that I don't think people like lay people can have and extrapolate. Yeah, I love that joke. I'm all for late-term abortion. I think they should allow abortion all the way up till the age of 20. Hashtag boomer memes. Hello, Mr. Naughty Priest. How are you? No further indictments for Miller's report. He sent it to the AG. Huh? You mean Mueller? I don't know. I haven't read anything about it. But that was a terrible headline if that was what you were trying to do. Yeah, Mr. Naughty Priest lives. Yeah, he popped in I think the last one of these that I did over here, and was. Is she in there yelling because he wants to come back out here? I think I just heard Ashley in there yelling at Dynor because he's trying to come back out here now. Breaking. Trump gets away with it. Sweet. When will you shave the damn beard? I am sick of it, frankly. Well, now, you know, knowing that it bothers you, I think it's sticking around for some time. Naughty priests work on his stepfather's farm in North Dakota. Oh yeah, that's right. Sick of another man's beard. Yeah, dude, the internet is an absurd place sometimes. You kind of just have to. You kind of just have to give yourself over to the truth of that at some points. Notice the drop in Pepe profiles? Yeah. It's almost like that meme died, thank goodness. Breaking all the rich people and cops get away with everything. More at 11. More at forever. More at constantly. Dye your beard green. It's a little late for that. It's a little late for that. Does the internet make people more angry? Yes. Yes. Period. Full stop. Yes. It do. Would you rather wake up as Hillary or Pat Robinson? I don't know. I can't choose. I'd rather not wake up at all. I'm with you. Bullet, yeah. Oh, look, dude, it's the Bosnia-Herzegovina guy again. He'd be dead soon with those choices. Maybe not. You know how many years people have been saying Pat Robinson is going to die pretty soon, or Pat Robertson? They've been saying it since I was a kid, man. Well, at least that old fart will be dead soon. Here he still is, man. They wheel his mummy out every fucking week to do the 700 Club. It's like, what the fuck? Yes, we know. We know. Have you ever dealt with OCD? No, I don't have OCD. Graduating high school 7 weeks and experiencing an existential crisis because I have no idea what to do. Welcome to the club, bro. I'd love to tell you that gets easier, but I'm 38 and I still don't know what I want to do. For some of us, we just never do know what we want to do, man. Let that bake your noodle. For some of us, we just chase it our whole lives. We chase that like, hey, maybe I'll try this, maybe I'll try that. Maybe this will fulfill me, maybe that'll fulfill me. Some of us just have that wanderlust, man. Maybe you're one of those. But hey, look, I'm okay. I did it. We're out there. The drifters, the grifters, the dreamers. Those of us at the margins of society. You'll be all right. Don't worry about it. Not everybody's got a goddamn diploma in their fist. Not everybody's got a plan. The underdogs, yeah. The underdogs for sure. About to graduate with a 4-year degree, and I don't have any idea what I want to do. Welcome to the tub. Did you consider bringing back story time with Paul in some way, shape, or form? No, I wouldn't. There's really no need. I mean, those stories, I'm sure I'll find use for them in my future projects and at future dates and stuff, but like as far as like a codified, like I'm gonna sit down and tell a story, I don't want to do that again. There's no point. Because it's a self-defeating thing. If it becomes super popular like it did on DP, then I'm just like, it's a ticking time bomb. Or I'm eventually up against the wall of like, well, do I just make something up? It's like you only have so many experiential stories, you know? Yeah, it had its day. Let it go. Let it fly. Let it go to the coffin of memory where it belongs. I love the noir Paul stories. Noir? What? Shut up. Maybe I'll just become an electrician or something. They make decent money. Hey, there you go. There you go. Somebody's got to electrify shit, right? Somebody's got to electrify things. Certainly don't have a plan. I'm driving forklift and moving train wheels around a yard for a living. Man, let me ask you a question. Do you think you have any less of a plan than a dude that went to school for 8 years to become a lawyer and now is riding a desk and fielding phone calls and skating in and out of court every fucking day? I mean, it's the same shit. This whole, like, your job is what you are thing is, you know, quite frankly, in my opinion, it's like a destructive meme. I think it's a bad thing to instill in people this idea that what you do for a living somehow radiates who and what you are. Nah, man. 31-year-old dude from my community college says that people with no direction are stupid, and people, what? Repeating classes in school should just drop out. Well, he's probably right about some of those people. I mean, I was one of them, you know, so how do I say that those people don't exist? There are certain people that they're in school and they just shouldn't be there. You know, it's not going to work. They're not cut out for that kind of a life. They don't really want what college has to offer them. And just worry about putting a roof over your head and a job that doesn't work you to death. Yeah. Try and find a job that leaves you the most amount of your life. Try and, like, if you want some really good advice, take that as your advice. Totally eschew what everybody tells you you're supposed to do, especially in your early 20s and shit. Find a cheap place to live. Get a job that works you just enough hours to pay for that cheap place to live, and put a little bit of money in your pocket for food and fun. And just exist and be okay. Be a normal person, live a normal life, be self-sufficient for a few years, party, make friends, go out and do things. You know, this idea that you got to immediately start chasing a mortgage and, you know, a crib full of fucking kids. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, just exist. Why not? Your 20s are the perfect time to do that. I mean, maybe at the end of it, you end up wanting that white picket fence or that crib full of kids. But your early fucking 20s, your early 30s, that's the time for you to, you know, if you're one of those driven people that by the time you reach 30, you want to be well entrenched in your career, then go do that. But if you're not one of those people, don't feel bad about it. It's okay. Like, I'll tell you this, man, when I was in high school, and I'm sure it's just gotten worse, there was this drumbeat of, like, if you don't go to college, you're a loser forever, you know? I think that Trey Parker and Matt Stone cover that in that Bowling for Columbine documentary, where they talk about this kind of mounting fucking pressure in school. And I'm telling you, like, it just isn't true. It's just not true. If you graduate high school and decide you want to go work a normal job and get yourself a normal little pad somewhere and live meager and be self-sufficient and kind of save up a little scratch when you can, have a little pocket change, you can do that without a single fucking, without ever setting foot on a college campus. You can do that. All right. Let's see. I think you get like 4 or 5 comments from me, if they're not spam, but they're just idiotic, before I disappear you. So there you go. We all lament the loss of the _God 917. Sometimes just existing, though, is not enough. I mean, who wishes to get by check, not knowing whether or not... See, that's the thing, man. If you're doing it right, and you're talking about the kind of work that I'm talking about, it doesn't matter. If you lose that, you're probably going to go through several jobs. See, that's one of the freedoms of having these low-rung jobs and living, like I said, living lean, living frugally, is that if you just decide one day that, like, man, this job at Burger King fucking sucks, you can just quit it. Like, go right after work, go start looking for work somewhere else, and when you find another one of these jobs, and you will, you quit it. What do you think careers will look like if the worst automation predictions come to pass? Joe Rogan has floated the idea of an artisan economy, like everyone has an Etsy store. I don't know about everyone, and I don't know, you know, because artisanship is like... Artisanship has always been something that, like, you see in a segment of the population and not at the population at large, you know? There are some people that are intensely interested in building things and crafting things with their hands, making things either artistically or functionally or both. And then there are some people like me that wouldn't know even where to start. Like if you gave me like I've never been interested in that. And so I don't think, I mean, maybe you'll see an uptick in that kind of stuff, but I don't really see there being a basis for a completely artisan economy in the United States. I think that the answer is honestly the hard answer, the answer that nobody likes to talk about, which is dismantling modern capitalism and the ideas of personal responsibility that float around it, and coming up with a new resource-based way of distributing things to people, and maximizing personal freedom and maximizing, you know, people's access to not only healthcare but education, and allowing people to decide what they want to do with their lives and what they want to contribute to society, if anything at all, and freeing them from the shackles of, well, I would have loved to have been a teacher, but I never could get the money together. Or I would have loved to be a carpenter, but my parents couldn't afford to send me to trade school. And, you know, none of that. There just really shouldn't be that. There's really no need for it. But that's the hard thing, because it means that our way of life, even though most of us bitch about it incessantly, and it seems like, at least in the Western world, that most of us have come to grips with the fact that life sucks and our modern way of life sucks and is unfulfilling and boring and silly. It's a rat race. I mean, you hear everybody bitching about it, but for some reason, people are still fiercely defensive of it when you talk about, like, well, dismantle it. No more jobs. No more having to go work for somebody for a pittance. No more having to pay a huge chunk of your paycheck to the fucking government. Let's just get rid of all that. Establish a universal basic income, give you the options to travel wherever you want and live wherever you want within your means. That seems to me to be the long-term answer to this looming problem. Getting over this idea that you owe something to the rest of humanity simply because you were born. Because that's really what this whole, like, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, go out and get a job, man. Go out and trade, you know, 2/3 of your life for a pittance like everybody else does. That's really what's at the basis of it. Is that you, being born, somehow are born in immense debt to the society around you. And the only way that you can pay that debt back is by being a fucking drone that spends most of his or her life working for somebody else until you die, until your body gives out. That's how you pay back society for the right of being born, I guess. It really seems backwards to me, but well, you could technically go and live in the wild. Yeah, you could. Some people do. You know, I wouldn't be the first person to try that. How old am I now? I'm 38. I'll be 39 soon. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, April Fool's Day, I turned 39, so in just a few days here. Pretty crazy. Would you be a blacksmith? No. Last year of your 30s. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I feel like I just went through the I turned 30 thing, and now here I am knocking at the door of 40. This last decade of my life has just flown by. Just flown by. I am not one that is skilled with the forge. Do you prefer medieval warfare or modern combat? I don't like either. I'm one of those old school hippie pacifist types, you know. I like to think that most issues can be solved, you know, as long as both sides are willing to do so, that there's really no excuse that most issues can't be solved diplomatically. Yeah, I like peace. That's what I like. That's what I think is civilized, you know, peace. War's bad, man. War. Huh. Good God, y'all, what is it good for? Hippie, yet you want to drop nukes. Good logic, man. One of the saddest things about being a person that delivers their opinion, you know, in a semi-public way, is that there is just an endless procession of morons to misquote and misinterpret every fucking thing you say. It's wonderful. If you and TJ woke up in a Freaky Friday situation, what would you do in his body? Jump off a bridge so that I can inherit all of his wealth and the company. Give TJ his yearly bath. Give TJ this day his yearly bath. But that means he'd die, and then when he dies, I zoop back to my own body. That's the way it works. You ain't never been in a Freaky Friday situation, man? You don't know the rules? Would you upload your consciousness to a personalized simulation if you could? You gotta be way more fucking in depth to get an answer out of me for that. I don't even know what that means. What's a personalized simulation? Lots of guys who are living in their parents' basement at 27. What happened? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Permissive parenting, lack of socialization. I mean, I gotta tell you, like, it really is odd to me. And I don't mean to judge people, because really, ultimately, it doesn't fucking matter a single bit to me whether or not you're in your 20s and you're living at home. It's not meant to dig at people who might find themselves in that situation. I'm just going to tell you from my perspective, right around the age of like 13, I started to get this itch. And it started with just the rules that I had to live under. You know, probably like, oh, pick up your socks or do the laundry on this day or mow the lawn on this day. And I was just like, you know what? I'm 13 now, and when I'm 18, I don't ever have to listen to that stupid bullshit ever again. Somebody tells me to do the dishes, I can put my finger right in their face and tell them I'll do it later, maybe. If at all. Man, that's gonna be sweet. Right around 13, that itch started to grow in me, and every year, 14, 15, it got stronger. 16, that was it. When I got my car, and all of a sudden, after school, I didn't have to go home. I could go to my friend's house. I could go to Fresno. I could go to wherever I wanted. Go chill at the mall, go to the arcade, go get food, whatever I fucking wanted. Like, that little tiny little taste of freedom for me was it. It was just like I knew I wanted to be out from underneath that. How can you even remember so far back? I don't know. It was a coon's age ago. Man, I'm just going to start pruning the tree. Well, because does TJ eat his own poop in the context of this conversation is really like, so I'm just going to start nuking people. You guys see that shadow that just passed over your head? That was my finger. And if you're going to post fucking absolute nonsense that's a complete non sequitur, you're going to get dizzity-dizzunked. Lame, you don't like it, J Darky? Ooh, did you feel that shadow pass over the sky? You're lucky you're J Darky. You get one freebie from me. You get one freebie from me. I'm 27, married, doing good as well, to be honest. I just stumble you because I'm fucking bored in bed. Alright, cool, man. Welcome. Nice being bored in bed with you. Wasn't calling you lame. I was talking. See, that's why I hovered you, J Darky. You get back your freebie. Because I figured there was an explanation. Probably meant I am lame, so it was true. Yes, it was true. If that was the case, then it was definitely true. Message retracted. Shape up or ship out, chat. Yeah, dude. Time to pull yourself up by your chat straps. I'm sick of this shit. Does dodo and pee-pee taste good when you mix it together? Hee hee hee. Doodly doo. Doodly dee. I thought I was late. Got a delay. Hey, Duke, man, you're dropping dollar bills like I'm a stripper tonight, dude. You want to see a little booty? Is that what's going on? You want me to flip this thing around and show you what I'm working with? Is that why you're dropping? That's why you're fanning out singles on the stage today? Spread her cheeks, Mr. Smegma, dude. Whee! What would your stripper name be? Candy Dumplings. Candy Dumplings. TJ and Scotty starring in a remake of Tommy Boy. All right, boys, you've been waiting all night for this. I know some of you come down to Titty Twisters just for this very dancer. So get down on your knees, dogs, and pray at the altar of Candy Dumplings. Dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Yeah, that would be pretty good. I come shimmying out in a mankini, pubes just hanging out of every fucking crack in me, you know, looking fucking majestic. Fucking blade, motor tank, you know, yeah. End me. I imagine Candy Dumplings dressed as a cowgirl. Oh yeah, that would be a good one. You know, every once in a while we'd throw something out like that. You know, you got to keep it fresh when you're the, you know, headline dancer at a strip club like the Titty Twister. You got to keep it fresh. You know, I can't just come out and do Back in Black every night. Could Bigfoot beat Chewbacca in a fight? No weapons and on Earth. I don't know, man, because it depends, right? Chewbacca, we know we know his size, we know his capabilities, but like Bigfoot, nobody really knows like how big Bigfoot is. Is he 12 feet tall? Is he 8 feet tall? Is he, you know, is he a pygmy? Like, what is a Bigfoot? I'd have to see them next to each other to size that up. Wait, is the Titty Twister Club a thing? No, that is the name of the club in From Dusk Till Dawn. The vampire nightclub. Oops, did I just spoil From Dusk Till Dawn for everybody? Sorry. I always thought it was one of the coolest looking clubs ever, and I thought if I was rich, it'd be really cool to like move to a border town and recreate the Titty Twister. Because that was just a cool bar, man. That movie sucks anyway. Ah. I really like Dusk Till Dawn because I remember going to see it. I think it was like 14 when it came out. So I think me and my mom went to go see it. We're out shopping, where she was like, "Want to go see a movie?" So we just picked one. And I'd seen like trailers for it, but in the trailers for From Dusk Till Dawn, they didn't they didn't tell you it was like a vampire movie. So I just thought it was like a crime caper movie, you know, like a robbery movie or some shit. And the movie really like makes you think that's what it is. Like the first 30 minutes, 45 minutes of that movie have absolutely no hint that you're about to watch a vampire bloodbath. So I just remember being like really pleasantly surprised by that movie. And my mom liked it too. You live right by where they built the titty twister. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that was Selma Hayek, dude, that played the chick vampire. That was her first big notable role. It probably broke her in terms of being a face in Hollywood. But Selma Hayek, yeah, dude, she was fucking... What was her name in that? Satanica or some shit? Yeah, the guy introduces him. She does that dance with the albino boa constrictor. Who's in the window? How much is that Ashley in the window? The one with the beautiful hair. That scene made me sweat. Yeah, dude. Does Scotty love Mountain Dew Livewire? Scotty will drink any Mountain Dew product. He's got a genuine problem with it. He is... I heard he bathes in Mountain Dew, which I have not confirmed, obviously, but I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. Are you excited for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? No. I'm not doing Would You Rathers, especially not when they involve banging Nancy Pelosi or Hillary Clinton. I'm not even going down that road with you right now. Pelosi, but only just by... Oh, God, why'd you make me do that? Oh, why'd you make me do that? Ugh. Gross. Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. Total junk movie, but it's charming. I don't think it's a total junk movie at all, man. I think that's a great, like, kind of chamber horror movie. I really enjoyed it, man. I don't think it's junk. I think you've got a bad, like... idea of what constitutes junk if you think Demon Knight is a junk movie. There have been a couple of good movie tie-in games, right, for Star Wars. I think Star Wars has produced probably the most tie-in games. I remember actually, like, I hated the movie, but at some point, I think I got it in, like, a bundle of, like, bargain basement 99-cent games or something. But I got Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer for, I think it was the original Xbox, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was like the PS1 or the PS2. But whatever. I remember playing the shit out of that game. Yeah, that Pod Racer game was pretty damn good. Yeah. Whatever you do, Paul, don't picture Nancy Pelosi or... ugh. I'm just going to block Pelosi and Hillary out of my chat. It's going to end up on the list of words that are just not allowed. You see Creed 2? Yeah. No. I've seen Creed 1. Dr. Mario is better than Tetris. You're retarded. You don't know what you're talking about. So, Paul, as a DM, how much, like, Unearthed Arcana or homebrew stuff would you allow? Have you looked at the Artificer and or Mystic? And if so, thoughts? I notice it doesn't come out much in Highdeology. You know, I'm still learning. So, adding complexity right now is a tough thing for me to say that I would allow my players to do. Down the road, I want to be as permissive as possible with stuff like that. Like, I want people to play what they want to play, within reason. You know, not giving themselves a giant advantage over everybody. But if they want to play a certain thing, a homebrew class or race or whatever, I'm fine with it. As long as, like I said, it doesn't add a whole gang of complexity. Because right now, that's not a good thing for me. I need to streamline things until I learn. So yeah, no, I want to be permissive with people because I want people to have fun playing the game. I mean, ultimately, that's my focus. I want the people that are playing the game to have fun playing it. And if they actually have a really good time playing the game, then more than likely people are going to enjoy watching it. Yeah, dude. There's somebody somebody out there with like infinite free time on their hands, dude. Just a billion and a half infinity fucking accounts. My poor mods are having to play whack-a-mole with them. I'm actually gonna be playing D&D with a group I met on DFF Discord. Bought an elephant. Nobody knows unless they're watching. In which case, surprise! I bought an elephant. Damn. Holy shit. The new Rambo should be good. Maybe. It's a shame you can't see the blocked comments when you watch these back. No, it isn't. You're not missing anything. Have you heard of the Call of Cthulhu RPG and the gameplay? Yeah. I actually ordered the DM and player materials for Call of Cthulhu. It's in the mail. So that is a like a game system that you can almost guarantee you're going to see the pessimists sit down and play at some point. I am learning to be, what do they call them? Like a keeper, I think. So yeah. I ordered DM materials for Pathfinder, Call of Cthulhu, and Paranoia, which is kind of an old system, but a really fun one. Based around it's like a far future setting where the entire planet has been taken over by a giant city called Alpha Complex, and the world is ruled over by a giant AI called the Computer that has gone completely insane generations ago and is now just toying with human lives. And in Paranoia, you play a troubleshooter, somebody who is a low-level employee of the computers who has to follow the computer's directives, which usually are given in an attempt to make that person die hilariously and painfully. So that'll be a fun one to play too. Lol, you're Doom. Is that like D&D? Yeah, it's played similarly, you know, but it has its own little rule structure. But yeah, it would be played like D&D, just a different setting. The name of this setting is Paranoia. You have 9 clones. You have a wrench. You are a troubleshooter. It's kind of like Portal, System Shock. Kind of, yeah. There's you know, the intrigue. The enemies are made up of different communist factions that are constantly trying to spring up in Alpha Complex and fight the tyranny of the computer and return the power to the people. So oftentimes troubleshooters are sent on missions to destroy or hinder or spy upon a communist uprising. Seems like I have to become a Patreon. Yes, indeed. I don't know why you're not already. How do you buy such games? You learn about them. You go and find... I found the DM materials for all 3 of these games on Amazon. Can I just ban people who have usernames that look like that of a trolls? I don't give a fuck what you do, Asbestos Fingers. You're a Spectre, which means that you're off the leash. You can ban whoever the fuck you want for whatever fucking reason you want. You know? If you step over the line, I'll remove your mod powers. You know, no hard feelings. Oh, you see the movie Force of Vengeance? No. Down the road, do you see yourself making your own homebrew setting? If you already do that, forgive me. No, I don't. Maybe. I don't really see myself being the type of guy that would be interested in making an entire setting from scratch, but modifying an existing setting and making changes to it. I've already kind of done that. Our first round of Dank D&D includes like real life stunts for real rerolls and stuff, adding little modifications. Take a shot, you get a reroll. Take a shot, you get a defensive bonus. You know, take a big rip on the bong, you get, you know, a reroll, whatever. That little like trading of in real life stunts for points was something that I couldn't find any literature about. We just decided to do it, you know. So I could see myself doing stuff like that. Make a new account, just announce that you're back to get banned again. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, before I started empowering the specters, I, for a very long time, just banned them myself. And man, there are some, like, if you go back and look at some of my old phone Highdeologies, I remember it was really prevalent back during the time where TJ and Scotty and I were all living under the same roof, and we had that garage set for TJ and for Cinema for Cynics. I found myself out there a lot doing these Highdeologies, and man, that was the big struggle of that time period. Was just like, there are dudes that literally will just make account after account after account. You know? The mods have gone ape shit tonight. I love it. The Nigerian spammers are a sad bunch. Yeah, it is what it is. I only have 2 accounts. Cool. How do horror movies work for deaf people? I don't know. You have to ask a deaf person. Maybe A Quiet Place is a good one for deaf people. Yeah, gore is still scary, right? You can't hear it. Yeah, it's starting to get dark. The sky is really pretty. Probably won't be very visible to you guys from here, but I'll go take care of some lighting out here for myself and be right back. Yeah. Stare at the woods. Stare at the woods. Come on, RB. Got your Chewy out here? Oh, geez. Holy shit. Alright, we got a little bit of light now. Probably not anywhere near enough, but it'll sufficient for now. And Dinor's got his bone out here. Can hear it rattling around over there. Do you get tunnel vision when you play video games? Yes. That is one of my biggest problems. When I play video games that require patience, I'm a very impatient person. So I have to constantly struggle against my need for patience. What's up with the pruning today, man? Pruning? What are you talking about? Biggest animal you've seen in these woods? I haven't seen any. Like, I think I've seen like a raccoon. I don't know. I don't think there's any big animals in those woods. What are those people screaming about? I don't know. Who cares? Do you really genuinely care? I want to play Paul in some Street Fighter 2. Okay. Dude, Asbestos Fingers is on point tonight. I'm loving it, dude. The symphony of bands tonight is so good because, every 3 or 4 months, Highdeology needs a prune. It needs a pruning. It needs to be snipped. And for the health of the overall organism. Yes, I've done some shrooms and gone into the forest. And you are right, it is fun. Being in nature on shrooms is one of my favorite things. It's wonderful. It's hard to ban people on an ancient iPhone. Well, you do what you can do, kid. It's okay. I understand. I'm just given a job. I will do my job. Dude, Asbestos Fingers, you're a credit to team. I want to train Paul to be the next big Zangief player in Street Fighter. Yeah, right. Okay. No thanks. I don't even really like Geef all that much. I like big dudes, but Geef, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Geef. Who's your dude in Street Fighter 2? I mean, I'm kind of vanilla, honestly. Ryu is probably who I'm best with in Street Fighter 2. Yeah, I can't really think. Like, if I'm playing for, all the marbles, I'm gonna pick Ryu. Can we just admit that Super Nintendo was way better than any post-PS1 era system? Get out of here. Try Honda. He has the best bug in Street Fighter 2. Oh yeah, wasn't it? Couldn't you see like his balls or something? I remember that. Yeah, I liked E Honda. He wasn't a bad character. There's a bootleg edition of Street Fighter 2 called Rainbow Edition. Oh yeah. I've seen Rainbow Edition. They used to have some crazy shit that you could unlock in like Turbo Hyper Edition and shit. I remember people knew how to throw Hadoukens while they were doing Shoryukens in that game. That game was crazy. Street Fighter just got crazier and crazier. They took 2, and then they did the Championship Edition, where you could play as all of the bosses, which wasn't balanced very well in Championship Edition. And then they came out with Turbo, And then they came out with Hyper, and Hyper was just insane. Hyper was like the last version I remember playing of Street Fighter 2. There's just like all the crazy neon colors, every character, super fast, crazy like zero lag between fucking moves and stuff. Ever seen the movie with Jackie Chan and Chun-Li? What? Dressed as Chun-Li? Crazy. I don't like Street Fighter because I don't know any of the moves. But why don't you learn the moves? Learn the moves, man. You still got your SNES and it works, yeah. I know some people that have their original NESs and they still work. Want to get up and fight Cade with me? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Dude, everybody button mashes on Mortal Kombat. Seeing Us tonight. Yeah, I want to go see it. I want to catch it one of these nights. Maybe I'll go do that for my birthday. I was thinking about... Ashley asked me, like, what do you want to do for your birthday? And my typical answer is nothing. I'll be working on my birthday, so... but maybe this year we'll go see a movie or something after work. Because I definitely have been stoked for Us. I definitely want to see that. There's modes. How often do you see films these days? I don't know. Once every... Like, when you're talking about going to the movie theater, probably once every couple of months on average. When left to my own devices. Sounds like there's a murder going on. Hope whoever it is hurries up. Who knew Jordan Peele was so talented? I mean, I guess I wouldn't have been able to like tell you he was a great horror mind, but that dude is fucking talented. Outside of his horror directing and obvious visual storytelling skills, he's an incredibly talented comedy writer and performer. So yeah, I could have told you that dude was ultra talented. Amazing on Mad TV, I agree. Oh my God. Children make those types of noises to remind those of us that never had them what a fucking good line we chose to walk. Holy shit. Can you imagine having that go off in your house? That was probably a half mile away from me. Can you imagine having one of those go off in your fucking house? I'd lose my shit if somebody did that inside my house. Yeah. That's exactly what my fucking response would be. Somebody better literally be being murdered right now. Because if I walk into this room and that screech happened as a result of anything other than literal murder being perpetrated, I'm going to commit the murder. They aren't even real humans yet. You're right. They're like larvas. They're like grub humans, you know? Screeching, squealing, hollering. Like, I'm all for, you know, go have fun, but why you gotta holler? Like, what is that? Like, what is that in aid of right there? Ugh. Ugh. Yell back. Maybe she is getting murdered. Like I said, I hope whoever it is hurries the fuck up if that's the case. Sounds like a public pool. Yeah, it does. Or a public school. Man, let me tell you, man, the den that comes off of like the yard at a public school is something else again, man. It's like a harpy plantation or something. It's just like you went to some wild animal zoo where there's like these millions of screeching weasels, you know. It's fucking insane. That's why parents need to whoop their kids' asses. Dixie Normus, dude. Oh boy. I know, right? By the way, are you guys gonna do Chernobyl on DFF? Probably. I mean, that's. It seems like maybe just like nuclear disasters in general would be a better show. I don't know. It just depends. It depends. I think we could do it either way. I don't know how you tolerated working in education when children can make those horrible sounds. I don't know either. Whipping butts didn't work on me, just pissed me off more. I mean, it worked on me to a certain extent. You know, nobody wants to take an ass whooping. It just sucks. Chernobyl will be habitable again in about 20,000 years. It's habitable now, man. There's fucking wolves living over there going crazy. I think we should all move to Chernobyl and prove that there's nothing wrong with a little radiation, huh? Chernobyl. The whole world will be like Chernobyl in a bit. Cool. Humans can't tolerate those radiation levels. Says you. Gonna go play Pokemon Go. Hit me if you want to chill, Paul. Be a Mandeville all weekend. Cool. All right. Yeah, we definitely need to do that. I'm terrible about that, though. Such a fucking shut-in curmudgeon. Wow. Well, what was that? What did I just see? Oh, I guess Mueller did complete his report, huh? The Mueller report, the Mueller report, the Mueller report, the Mueller report. God damn it, why aren't you doing DFF's podcast right now? Because I did it earlier today, man. It's done. DFF podcast is finished, bro. Done for the week. Speaking of, you mean Fukushima? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's still a problem. Not getting covered as much anymore, but I'm pretty sure they haven't 100% solved that. I might be wrong. I don't think there was a solution to that. I think they're just entombing it. Like they did in Chernobyl's. What's your favorite Ernest Goes movie? Probably Ernest Goes to Camp, honestly. I think that's the only one that's really decent. Sekiro. Yeah, dude, I suck at Sekiro, let me tell you. Ernest Scared Stupid. Yeah, I mean, I liked Ernest, you know. He was a funny dude. Ernest P. Worrell. But Ernest Goes to Camp was really the fun one. You played it? Yeah, I got it last night. I've been following it for a while, and I thought, what the fuck? I played about, I don't know, 20 minutes of it or some shit. Got my ass handed to me already a bunch of times. Getting better. Not very far. Like I said, about 20 minutes in. And 20 minutes of barely making it. Stop sniffing your finger. I don't sniff my fingers. Dude, I'm not Wings of Redemption, okay? You're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me on this stop sniffing your fingers thing. Get out of here. Shoo. Yeah, it's from Software. Dude, people are just getting shit canned. I fucking love it, man. I love it when the bands start flying. You gotta get the fire vent. Yeah, I'm not far enough. I was thinking about streaming some of it for patrons in lieu of a patron Highdeology. Just kind of hanging out and letting the salt flow, seeing how far I can get. Dude, is Paul a recluse now? Yeah, man, total recluse. A recluse that unfortunately has to leave his house like 5 days a week. Love me some Star Fox. I like Star Fox as well. Recluse. Wow. If we were in the Purge type of situation, who would you kill first? I don't know. I don't want to kill anybody, man. I would not do well in the Purge because I don't have that like desire to go out and actually murder people. I don't want to do that. I just want to be left alone, man. Can the Purge replace like killing people with people just leaving each other alone for a day? I'm down with the Purge. Just leave me the fuck alone. Don't bother me. That's all I need. That's the Purge I want. I look like a mage? Cool. Like a big fat mage. Cholesterol wizard. Everyone in the Purge goes to murder people. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I just don't. That ain't a fantasy that I guess I share. I mean, everybody fantasizes about that every once in a while, but it's just not one of those things that I think I would enjoy. You'd leave the country before the Purge. Yeah, I wonder why most people just don't in that universe, you know? Like why there isn't like this mass exodus from the United States into Canada or whatever for a couple of days while the Purge is happening. And everybody just comes back. I don't really get the Purge. Let's get Purge insurance. Oh yeah, it's true. Or just do drugs on the Purge. Sure. Michael Myers is behind me. Oh no, I hope he doesn't take my fucking head off and end my horrible, tragic suffering. Tomorrow, will you wake up on the blood of... What? The blood of Scooty and your dog? What? Yeah, the bands are real. I don't know why, but like, the mods are on a tear tonight, and I like it. Yeah, dude, it's Purge Day. It's Purge Day in the chat. Time for the Tism Purge. Jovi even got some, dude. Damn. The Tism has been off the charts tonight, though. It really has been. The great pruning. Thoughts on the Mueller report concluding? No. I mean, I haven't had a chance to read anything. I don't think they've released anything specific yet, right? Because it's got to go to committee and find out how much of it's going to be censored and all that shit. So, I guess I'll just wait to hear what's said in it and see what people do with it. Sent you a song I covered on Twitter if you'd like to check it out. Uh-oh. Is your name Hymnalysis? Some of us Tismites are quiet and polite. That's true. That is true. Is there anything you've never talked about online but wanted to? Nothing that I can think of. Dear Paul, I wrote you, but you still ain't responding. I'm choosing my words carefully at this point. I guess you should. I don't know, man. I don't know what the mods are up to today, but I goddamn support it. I laugh so hard every time you or TJ says tism, just the thought of, yeah. I like tism. I like the word. Mod's gonna do what Mod's gonna do. Lord Zayden, dude, look at him. Like a little soldier. Like a good little soldier, man. Do you and TJ accept articles for your show from viewers or just source it yourselves? Most of the time, what we get, we source ourselves. Sometimes, you know, it'll be sent to us by people because that's how we're made aware of an article. So yeah, I mean, I think we've definitely covered things that people have sent us before, but I think for the most part, it's just sourcing the stuff ourselves. If I want to say a joke super chat to Paul, I guess it has to be pretty funny. I don't know. I mean, I don't think there are any rules. There's no funniness rules in play on the super chats, are there, that I'm aware of? I don't know how Google's algorithm would make. Whoa! Get out of here, moth! I don't want you. Oh, I missed his super chat? Well, I'm sorry. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I'm just a human being, okay? Ever see any fine ass at Wendy's? I'm finna go. And somebody gave me YouTube's free super chat. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Sorry I missed those. I do my best, you know. I try. I really do try. I'm just a human being. Where does that door on your left go to? That is, I don't know. Let's open it. What's in there? Oh yeah, it's that like water heater room that's out on the porch of a lot of these. It's like a little storage thing with a water heater in it. There you go, mystery solved. Mystery solved. Haha, what a story, Paul. Barr released a letter saying he got the report and will meet with Congress committee heads as soon as this weekend. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm happy for that. Sent you a video of an entrance that I made on a WWE game for you and Scotty. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna go ahead and go now. Man, the slaughter has been real. The tree of life has been refreshed with the blood of patriots and tyrants.